Okay, Happy New Year, everyone. Baller here, and again, we are on this January 1st of 2024. I'm wishing everyone the best, of course, for their respective families, plans, and all those stuff. Again, thank you very much for the 2023 for all those supporters, and hopefully we'd have a better year ahead. All right, so we got like 8 games for today, and let's start 2024 by this matchup between Minnesota Timberwolves and the New York Knicks. That will happen at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be 4 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. And I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. Approaching this game, Minnesota Timberwolves, they got a record of 24 wins and 7 losses. Wow. And the New York Knicks, they are at 17 and 15. So both teams are doing great on this particular part of the season. By the way, as we all know, we actually provide free picks right here in our YouTube channel, Baller. But for those who would want to avail our premium picks or premium packages, you can actually reach us through Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, or even Messenger. Just check on the descriptions of these videos and you can see the details right there. By the way, the spread that is given is -1.5, and that's given towards Minnesota Timberwolves. The New York Knicks, they will be enjoying the home court advantage on this. In terms of fatigue, well, both teams are coming off rest, so we can just skip that part. In terms of momentum, though, we got to give it to Minnesota Timberwolves. Approaching this game, they are on back-to-back wins. Not only that, for their last 10 games, they have won 7. Unlike the New York Knicks, approaching this game, they are on some sort of slump. They are in a 3-game losing slump, and for their last 10, wow, this doesn't look good. For their last 10 games, they have only won 4 times. So obviously, momentum is on Minnesota's side. Now let's take a look at the availability and health for both teams. For Minnesota Timberwolves, it's just Jaylen Clark who is out. And that's because of the injury that he's had. And for the New York Knicks, of course, we all know Mitchell Robinson is out for the rest of the season, and Malachi Flynn, the new Knick from Toronto, is not available for this particular game. So 2 players out for the New York Knicks. So Minnesota Timberwolves would have the advantage in terms of health and availability. All right, so I like this game, and I'm going to wait for this, even though it's at 4 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. I'm going to wait for that. Number 1, because it's the New York Knicks game, and I'm a huge New York Knicks fan. Number 2, I'm starting to also love Minnesota because of the way they have been performing lately. You know, they are a beast. You know, they are number 1 in the entire Western Conference. There were some games wherein Cat actually had to sit down, but still, Minnesota looked good. They are still at number 1 in the Western Conference. And of course, I'm waiting to see OG Anunoby suit up that New York Knicks jersey. Not really sure why it's just -1.5 that is given towards Minnesota Timberwolves, considering that it is like the first game of OG Anunoby. Well, Achua is also included on that trade. And, well, Malachi Flynn is also included, but Malachi Flynn is not available for the Knicks. So there would be a lot of adjustments that would be made for the Knicks for them to, gel with one another, if you know what I'm saying. And for Minnesota Timberwolves, they have been on a roll, just like what I said. And I checked on it. I thought that Cat is not, it's not available. That's why it's just -1.5 given towards Minnesota. But nah, Cat is there. Gobert is there. Wow, Ant is there, and their vet point guard is actually there. So I'm not really sure. I was expecting a bit bigger than that, maybe around -2.5 or -3.5. Again, I love the Knicks. I bleed orange and blue, but man, I really feel like they would need some time, maybe a week or so, to adjust with one another. Plus, Malachi Flynn ain't available, so I'm gonna pick Minnesota Timberwolves in here. Considering the spread, it's just -1.5. I'm gonna take that. A lot of people are actually siding with the New York Knicks because it is a new year, and just like what happened on that Christmas game, the Knicks actually defeated Milwaukee Bucks. So maybe and just maybe that's what the other bettors are thinking of. You know, the New York Knicks. Well, it's actually a fact. You know, whenever it is like a huge day, Christmas, New Year, the New York Knicks, they are actually doing great, right? Just like what happened against the Bucks. But for me, considering the adjustments because of the trades, again, remember, it's not just Barrett who's actually out of the Knicks now. It's also IQ. So it's gonna be very tough for the New York Knicks for the adjustment. Of course, I would love to see them win, but in terms of the betting and in terms of providing picks, I'm going to side with Minnesota Timberwolves minus 1.5. Again, that's Wolves minus 1.5. Peace out, Pasay Love, and God bless.